Hail thee and welcome to medieval times. So, Tours and Tournaments is a new DLC of Crusader Kings 3, and Crusader Kings 3 is a game which has fascinated me ever since it came out, but unfortunately I am not very good at it. It took me quite a while to even get into the game mechanics, and I felt in between I felt really overwhelmed, where it's is this the way I'm supposed to play this? Checked out some guides and made a little progress and actually had some fun with the game, but I warn you, I am not really that good at the game, even though I am fascinated by it and I would like to be really good at it. But let me show you a new game with the DLC and see what we can do there. So I am gonna pick something from a scenario from 867 from the Great Adventurer, and I am gonna take this ruler, the Duke of Novgorod, Rikit, and that's an easy campaign, recommended, I guess, for my skill level. So let us do this one. Culture Norse, faith Asatru. So this is it's been in the game ever since it came out, the scenario. So let's pick this one. You're probably familiar with it if you've tried the game before. Here we go. The game just begun. And first thing I'm gonna do is choose a lifestyle. And my ruler has a martial education, so he's got more experience in this area. And I think I would like to go with... I'm gonna go with the authority focus. So, got that. Also got a warning about my son can marry, and I've got no court physician, so it's the basic stuff. So let's find a way for my heir. Let's look at the perks. I think last time I tried this I took Signy, who's fecund, so she's got high fertility and higher life expectancy, and she's also quick. So let's try that. Send a proposal. I think it will be successful. So we've got that. Now we can actually... let me first pick a position. And I am gonna take... poor, terrible. Let's for now take my wife. I can always try to find a better court physician later on. And before I go on, let me station my armies, which will give them a bonus, additional damage. So that's pretty good. And archers, I'm gonna position there. I'm also gonna do another one. You know what? Let's actually do the armored footman. And I am also gonna station them. I'm gonna station them here. So my armies are stationed. Pretty good. So we can actually start with a tournament. I mean, it will gain you some prestige. It will cause some stress loss. It will give you trade experience with the hasty looter. And also the acclaimed knights gain some glory. So let us plan a tournament just to see what that looks like. And I'm gonna plan it right here. Hold a tournament in Novgorod. I can put different kind of contests: archery, recital, poetry competition, or a joust. And I can't do the joust because I don't have the prerequisites. So let us go for archery. It's gonna cost me 50 prestige and 25 gold. And as my champion, I'm gonna just take my son. Let's see whether he's worth it. Whether, you know, he can actually fulfill the expectations of my heir. And now I am gonna start the grand tournament. So let's start the clock. And now I'm gonna visit the festival grounds. And as you can see, I'm guaranteed to qualify in the archery contest, and there's the festival grounds. And I can start now. I can actually visit these quarters here. For example, I can go to the artisan quarter, which lets me maintain my artifacts, get new clothes, or improve my weaponry. I can go to the tent camp. I can meet the other contestants or sabotage them. I can go to the tavern to lose some stress. I can go to the temple to raise my faith, or go to the village. Here you may get county control, popular opinion, and interaction with its inhabitants. So I'm going to start at the artisan quarter, and looks alright to me. Leo Bowers tested a bow I brought in for her to check over. I rifle through the stacked cheese on the table beside me as she continues to check it over. The leading edge looks a bit off. The bow's eye narrow as she grips the bow's limb tightly, bending them further and further. There, see, there's some warping in the crack. The Obava's mouth gapes in shock as the bow splits. Her protestations that the check was necessary and the bow would have broken anyway ring about the room, but it is I who have been left bereft. So what can I do? I can either just tell her you'd better give me a replacement free of charge. That's a diplomacy challenge with an 85% chance for me to win. And that would slightly increase my score if I would win that. But she will lose opinion of me. I can pay 15 gold, which would increase her opinion of me, and would do the same to my score in the tournament, the chance. Or you wench, you coward, and that would lower my score and she would lose opinion of me. So we've got enough gold right now. Let's do this one. Be a nice guy. Let's start the clock. So it's gonna be a little while until the other places are available. So there's a limit of stuff to the stuff that you can do before the festival starts. Let's go to the tent camp. As I prepare for my upcoming match, I spot High Chiefess Ingrid of Homegarter hailing me by waving a handkerchief around, offering me her favor. So I can take her favor. You've seen that in like old night movies and stuff. So I will get this artifact, Favor of a Lady, which increases my renown for a certain amount and gives me more power for the seduce schemes. She will start a Roman scheme against me, and she will gain 20 opinion of me. So I am gonna do that, because I don't want her to lose opinion of me. So let's do that. Get the Favor of a Lady, just like in the old movies. So, classical thing for a tournament, right? I know it's cliche, but still. So, 2 more dukes have arrived. I gain 20 prestige. And we can do one more thing. And I can actually practice a little bit. I've got a learning and diplomacy challenge with a 72% chance to win, increasing my score moderately. I have another challenge, prowess and intrigue. Slightly lower chance, would increase my score only slightly. Or this one where I spend prestige and gain stress, which would be the worst outcome. So let's try this one and see whether I win. I did. My training was successful, so I'm pretty well prepared. So the It's 14 more days, 10 more days. Tournament is about to begin. Stuff looks pretty good, right? So, the archery contest begins. A varied crowd of contestants mill about the butts, comparing bows and trading tales of their finest shots. The creak of bows and twangs of strings carry far, punctuating the hubbub. A smell of resin wafting through the still air. My ears pick up as my name is mentioned, drifting across the gentle breeze. That would be a good sign or a bad one. So, I qualified for the archery contest. My champion, my son, did not qualify for it. And I can also place a gold wager. So let's do that, right? So here I can actually do some sabotage and sabotage the other contestants. And for example, if I would do this one, he's close in skill to me. I would gain 30 stress if I do that because I'm just. So, you know, I don't really want to sabotage people. I only have a 35% chance for this to actually be successful. So that's a high risk. And a 28% chance that I get detected. And this guy is worse than me. So, chances are about the same. 35% to be successful, 29% to be detected. So I am not going to do that. The thing is though, if I don't do sabotage, I will still gain 30 stress because I am ambitious. That's a pretty bad combination here. Just so I gain stress if I sabotage, I gain stress if I don't. Okay, so place your bets. Can bet on myself. I don't actually win a lot. Let's see. Yeah, well, I'm just gonna bet on myself, right? I flex the bowstring a few times, then we're up, take a deep breath. Mustering all my control, I draw the bow into the air, slowly lowering it in line with the target. As soon as the arrow leaves my fingertips, I intuitively feel the shot is a good one. Moments later, satisfying ping confirms that I've hit the target's nail right on the head. Cool. So let's see whether the other guy who's close in skill wins. Aerodynamics. The banners flutter and roil around as I step up to take my shot, battered by the wind. Dust swirls past me as I knock an arrow to the bow, the sour wind making my eyes water. I wait for it to subside. I continue waiting. I don't think it's going to stop. So I've got a diplomacy challenge here with a 100% chance to win. Your score increases slightly, and High Chieftain's Kesevat's score decreases moderately. Or I can do this one. Let's see. I'm actually going to do this one. Another 100% chance. My score increases moderately, and I gain trade experience. If I would do this one, it would increase slightly, but decrease. Well, it's a tough decision here. I'll do this one. My score increases slightly, his decreases moderately. And big moment. I am winning. Victory is so close. Only a few more arrows are remaining for each competitor. The end is at hand. One last knock. I just love how much depth this actually adds. You know, like I read one of the Steam reviews and that said, you know, it's usually you let the time pass by, you don't really feel connected to your character. But I mean, I just won a tournament and made some decisions on the way there, and I really like this whole tournament thing. So I won. My champion Helgi, my son, did not compete, but I won, so I've got my wager, won that. I gained 7 gold, I gained 150 prestige, I gained another 15 gold, I gained a buff for archery, and I will receive a prize. So, there's the conclusion. Sun comes down on the final days of the tournament. and the massed crowds begin to disperse, I find myself ruminating over the results. I had the finest aim of any in the archery. I've fulfilled my goal of winning a contest. I look forward to the next one. So I have won. I've got the prize bruise. Gives me more fertility. Gives me quite a bit more of prestige. 0.22 per month. And raises the opinion of my courtiers and guests. Pretty cool. I also gained 600 prestige altogether, lost 30 stress, and trade experience in bow I've earned. So I could also do another challenge with a 68% chance to win and gain some extra prestige, or if I lose, I spend 75 prestige. I'm gonna risk it. Because the other one is, I would give a bonus to Helgi, who didn't compete. He'll gain some opinion of me, but I saw that his opinion already is pretty good, so I don't need to manipulate that. So let's go for this one. And I gained another 75 prestige, pretty cool. So yeah, let's finish the tournament. And here we are in the basic game. So, my artifact, the favor of a lady, has low durability because that was just for the tournament, I guess. So, just gonna let that fade away. And she's pregnant as well. And what else could I do? I could declare some wars. Could create some titles. I can actually start a kingdom, which would be pretty good for now, I guess. I've got the money, so let's do that. And that means I've also just activated the other DLC with the court, and let's check that out as well if you haven't seen that. So here we go. That's my royal court. I could increase the grandeur level. I can place some decorations and stuff. For example, I can place some artifacts. Let's see. My house banner. I can also place the dynasty banner. Is there anything else? Let's see. Oh yeah, those are the only two things I can place right now. I did. And now I can actually start taking... Go back, hold on. I can hold court now. So I can make decisions. People are going to ask me for advice or decisions and stuff. So in order to be a successful ruler, I must actually rule on various dilemmas and situations which arise within my spheres of influence. And I can do this. It will be then unavailable for 5 years. And I might learn of exclusive opportunities. I might be able to influence situations in foreign realms. I might gain additional court grandeur, or I might gain or lose opinion, prestige, gold, and more. So let us hear the petitioners. Sitting on my throne, I gesture for my guards to open the doors of the hall. A stream of people file in, some lining up in front of my throne, while others move out of the way so they can simply observe the proceedings. In front of me, I count 3 petitioners lined up in orderly row, waiting for me to call on them. So, let the first person approach. The monster of Valdai, a haggard-looking peasant, now stands in front of me. My lord, I beg for your help. A monster prowls in the taiga of Valdai, killing cattle and farmers alike. Few have seen it, but the mangled remains of its poor victims leave no doubt. It's clearly a huge boar, as bloodthirsty as few have ever been seen. So I had these decisions. I could give some gold, gain 75 prestige, lose 50 gold. I could actually, my personal champion, I could send Helgi, my son. 61% chance that he kills it, 38% chance for him to be hurt, 0% chance for him to be killed. I can also try to do it myself. I mean, I won the archery thing, right? I should be able to take down a boar. Or if I don't do anything, there's still that area. The chiefdom of Baldai will have lesser development growth. My popular opinion goes down, and there's more danger because that beast keeps running around. So I will fell it myself. One of my guards approaches with my champion Vasilko in chain, trading behind him. I caught Vasilko here in the process of sending sensitive information to foreign spies in Polotsk. What should we do with him? So I could cut off his head, gain 24 dread, gain 25, let's see, 25 piety, and Vasilko's faith is considered to be either hostile or evil by your faith, allowing you to execute him without being viewed as a tyrant. You get a strong hook on him, or I can imprison him. You know what? He betrayed me. So here we have that classic Solomonic decision, I guess, like King Solomon. 2 women claim that the baby boy is theirs. None of the villagers can stand as witnesses, saying that it's as if the child appeared out of thin air. No one knew that the women were expecting or adopting. The mystery has captivated the people, and while we may never know how all this happened, I must resolve this conundrum. What decision should I make for the future of this child? So I could either give it to the younger woman, as she has more of her life to raise the child, or I could give it to the elder woman, because she's more experienced. It's a gut decision. I'm just gonna give it to the younger one, and that's it. I held court, made some decisions. So let's leave my throne room. Let's see. There's that new mechanism of champions and accolades. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Could create some wars. Declare some. I wonder what was going on with that board thing. I think that should happen shortly. Let's see. Unhandled situation. A healthy rivalry between meddlesome fighters is to be expected, but the growing discord between Ulfkell and Helgi is in a mooted court. Ulfkell is widely regarded to be more skilled, but Helgi clearly takes issue with the assertion. So my son is, picking a fight with someone who's pretty skilled. In the middle of an audience, the latter bursts into my throne room and clutching his sword hilt cries, Ulfkell, only one of us can claim to be the king's most skilled champion. Meet me outside and I'll settle this question. Ulfkell replies arrogantly, I would cut you to pieces where you stand if it was not for the presence of my lord, you aloof knave. Apologize and I may spare your life. So, what will happen? I could make my best champion win. It will give me some stress, and then there's a chance for both of them to win. But there are no percentage chances right now. Take their swords, give them training blades. That would work. Either one of them may get wounded, and I will gain opinion. Or I could fight against the one with the higher prowess, which is Ulfkell, and that will give me some prestige. I can stop the rivalship between them, but there's also a pretty high risk that I lose prestige and get humiliated. Or, just say you're on the same side, some spending, court grandeur, gain stress, whatever. So I am gonna pick this one, let them fight with training blades. They still are rivals. But at least they didn't kill themselves. Great, my royal court is now court grandeur 4. Gives bonuses to its owner and is unlocked. In addition to each level's effect, large realms are expected to have reached higher grandeur levels. So it's good. I, created a kingdom, and now I'm raising my grandeur. So here's the monster of Valdai, that boar that I'm supposed to kill. All the preparations complete. I set out with a selected group of guards to face the infamous monster that is terrorizing Valdai. It doesn't take us long to find it. A clear trail of blood leads us straight to the creature's abode. I was already informed of what to expect, but when the massive boar finally stands in front of me, I can't help but shiver. So, I can either fight it, have a 64% chance to slaughter the monster, it will give me 300 prestige, it will give the area some development growth, some popular opinion, and less danger, so it's the opposite of that other effect, and I gain the trait Hunter, gives me more prowess, better stress loss, and opinion of hunter characters goes up, and I get a new nickname as well. Or if I leave, that's of course not something that a good king should do, right? So let's fight. And I killed it. Pretty cool. So there's one other thing that we can do with the DLC. I mean, there's more, but the other big thing is the Grand Tour, and I tried this before, and what I did is I started a war against a neighboring county, and I won it over, and then when you fight in a war and you take over a county, there is low control, because of course the citizens are against you at first, and everything's unruly. And I did a tour there, which can actually increase the county control. Right, so that's another good way to do that. I cannot do it right now because I'm missing the funds, so I could do that later. And so what else could I do? Could run, right. So as you can see, the Grand Tournament, for example, I cannot host that for another 9 years, so there's a long break in between, and that of course is realistic as well. And well, let me give you my opinion of the DLC right now. I liked the game a lot before, I have to say that, even though I'm not really that good at it. But these two things with the Grand Tour, which gives you quite a few options of what to do, like you can go and collect taxes, for example, or you can let people see you and gain their opinion. That's pretty cool. The tournament is really cool, and I have to say that Steam review that I read about you feeling more connected to your character, I can totally understand that and get behind that, because that is actually what happens, because you actually do feel a little more connected. There's more interaction with the world, the tournament, the decisions you made there. Of course, the court, which was part of the DLC before that, is really cool with the decisions that you make. And I'm really impressed, because I liked the game when it came out, even though I really took some time to get into the game and understand it a little better. And I'm still not really a master at this. But these DLCs with the court and the tournament and the tour, they're really, really cool. They added a lot to the game. So if you have not played this game before, if you're into 4X strategy, if you're interested, this is a great point in time to pick it up. You can get a collection with all the DLC in there. And also, if you are into using mods, and if you're into George R.R. Martin's writing, like Game of Thrones, there's a huge mod on the Steam Workshop which transforms this whole world into the world of Game of Thrones, and I would like to check that out as well. I don't know if it works with the current version of the game, because there was just an update and then sometimes mods don't work anymore. I took a quick look at it and installed it, but I didn't really get to play it. So that's another recommendation. But I have to say, I'm back into the game. I'm really looking forward to playing it more again. Hopefully we'll get better at it. And I can't wait to see what else I can do with the tournaments, like the minstrel duels and whatever. and with the tours. So if you haven't tried the game and you're into this kind of game, check it out. Check out the DLC, it's great. And yeah, thanks for watching. Talk to you next time. Bye.